The Wood Shop is sponsored by ChefwareKits, with hundreds of items for wood turners. Welcome back. I'm going to turn a segmented ornament today. This one is out of zebra wood, Padauk, and maple. The judges weren't impressed with the giant one, so I'm going to turn a small one today. Before I get started, I want to thank Fred. Fred, thank you very much. I got the piece of Kentucky coffee wood in the mail. Thanks a lot. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, I went through and found some scraps here. These discs are left over from when I did the cutting board, the zebra wood, that stuff I got from John Peters, and I cut the end off of this one, and I'm going to use it in the center to tie it all together. Because they're so small, it's hard to, when you're clamping it, to line it back up, so I'm going to use a bolt. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue them together, and I'll pull the bolt out before it gets too stuck in there. I'll give it about an hour or so, and then I'll get that bolt out. All right. All right, I'll let that set up for probably another hour or so, and then start turning it. All right, I went ahead and put it in between centers. I'm just going to true it up like that. I may put it on the pen mandrel or something to finish it, or just flip it around. But these two are in grain that they're glued to. You don't normally do this on something big. It's in between centers the whole time, so it's not that big of a deal. But you don't want to come in with your chisel and cut in like this. It will just peel back, start taking chunks off. You want to come in from the side, and you should be able to get a nice clean cut. And turn speed back up to 2,000 in this bull gouge. Once you get it true, then you can come in from the front, and the chances of it catching in are pretty slim. And I'm going to use a spindle gouge, and I'm just going to go ahead and shape it. Center is that piece there, so I'm just going to round it over. And lathes back up to 2,000. All right, I got it lined back up. Just gonna go ahead and clean up that little bit right there. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and sand it, and the reason I didn't turn it on this is because these things flex and vibrate, and they're not for doing big stuff like this. I just think there's too much flex out here to keep it true, especially when you're trying to clean something up with a bowl gouge on it. But for sanding it, it'll work perfect. I'm just going to run through the grits again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the top one first. I had a pretty big defect down in here, so I'm going to try and use this end of it. Alright, I have it sanded up. I'm going to bring the diameter of the little dowel here down to the diameter of the hole I drilled in the body. I'm going to turn the lathe speed back up to 2000. Alright, I switched to a shorter tool rest so I can get it close to the piece again. I brought the tailstock up. This one's going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and set where it's coming into the body with the parting tool. Alright, I'll go ahead and sand that and then bring that down. And same process, just running through with the oil and wax. Alright, have it sanded up. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and bring down that tenon with the parting tool. Alright, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on the tenon. Alright, I will put that in a little clamp and let it dry. Alright, there we go. I'll put a couple of pictures up at the very end, and I'm just going to put a little eyelet in there and hang it by that. So I'm going to start with this project right here. There will be a full-length version of this up, and I will probably have it done Monday. I'll release it on my Q&A channel, and the link is right over here. So if there's anything that I didn't explain well enough in this video, I tried to add in some stuff and do a little more talking in it so that I could add it into the full-length one. So, and that should be up Monday on the Q&A channel. As always, thank you for watching, and if this is your first time here, I have a new project video every Friday. Take care.